Welcome back to the third and final segment of ILFL Soccer Night. The final segment for this year. I've got these guys who've shed a few tears for this, but we should be back in the new year. We've got these guys on my right, straight up, ready to do the draw, because as I promised, we are doing the Challenge Cup draw. 8 teams that are through. This is the Challenge Cup, the first division and the second division teams up against each other. No Premiership disturbance in these. So without further ado, I'm going to go straight over to this draw. I believe, Shax, this time you're going to be picking the home teams and Cameron's going to be picking the away team. Okay, so for the quarterfinals of the Challenge Cup, fixtures taking place on the 24th of January. Shaquille, who is the first home team that you have drawn out?
The first team is St. Catherine's.
If you can hold it up for us, St. Catherine's are the first team to be drawn in the second round of Challenge Cup, and they'll be up against?
Crusaders.
Crusaders. Thank you very much for that. Shaquille, if we can get the second home team for the ILFL Challenge Cup.
The Arsenal.
Arsenal. Thank you very much for that. Arsenal. And who are the Arsenal going to be playing against in that round?
Stepney B.
Stepney B. That sounds like an interesting fixture there. 2 teams, reserve teams, big clubs, one in London, one in Tower Hamlets. Shaquille, who's the third home team that you've drawn?
AMY.
AMY from our second division, and they will be up against?
Redcoat.
Redcoat, also of the second division, and the final home team of the ILFL Challenge Cup. Second round.
Wolverhampton Red Star.
Wolverhampton Red Star, and they will be playing
Seoul Youth.
Seoul Youth of the first division. Gentlemen, thank you very much for that. That is the draw done for the ILFL Challenge Cup quarterfinals. Let's bring them straight up on the screen for you right now, and just recap that with you. St. Catherine's, we've been drawn against Crusaders. Arsenal, they will be playing Stepney B. AMY, they are up against Redcoat, and we have Wolverhampton Red Star. They will be playing Seoul Youth. That is the draw done for the ILFL Challenge Cup, and it looks like only that third fixture is the one that has 2 divisions from the same team. Otherwise, it looks like it's second versus first, Rash. What do you say?
I'm looking at St. Catherine's Crusaders. That should be, for me, the match to watch out. So St. Catherine's are looking very good in the recent weeks. They've been picking up a lot of points. They're playing good football, and the squad's bigger. Crusaders, obviously, we know are doing really well in the league itself. So that should be a cracking match for me.
Cameron, I mean, Hawk and Eagle, finalist of last year's Challenge Cup, and we've sort of seen that trend where the Challenge Cup winners, there's never holders in it, because these guys usually make it to the Premier Division. But with the Crusaders, the only team from that first division top match that's left out of that 8, we may actually see a holder taking part next year. What do you reckon?
Possibly, but you know, having said that, the teams that normally make it to the final of the Challenge Cup are normally very, very strong teams, very good teams, and often the Challenge Cup final is a better spectacle than the League Cup itself. We saw last year, out of the 2 games, the Reach Out Hawk and Eagle game was just fantastic. It was one of the best finals we've seen. It took a mistake for the game to be decided, but it was that close. So yeah, I mean, there's some big games there. Crusaders versus Leighton, St. Catherine's, and then Wolverhampton Red Star versus Seoul Youth. That's another big game, very tasty game there as well. Yeah.
Nani, your thoughts?
My thoughts, Crusaders keeps coming up. You know, as you can see, they're fighting in 3 different fronts. You know, they're fighting for the first division title. They're still in the League Cup, and now they're in the Challenge Cup. So, winning the treble, I personally think is going to be off limits for them, most definitely. But it's quite possible that they could win the first division title and the Challenge Cup. I don't think there's any issue. If they can go past St. Catherine's, I don't think there will be any stopping.
That is a rare double. It has been done, but it's a rare double, isn't it? I mean, Shax, if I come over to you, some of the other fixtures, Arsenal, Stepney B.
Yeah, Arsenal. I'm not sure what Arsenal team will turn up that day, to be honest with you, because they are a bit of a hit and miss. One week they do really well.
But they've been putting strong teams out for the cup, haven't they?
They have, and I think that's the only hope they have, really. But Stepney B are doing really well in the league, and they're in a really a good role at the moment. So that'll be a really interesting game. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, Rash, we might as well look at that last fixture. AMY Redcoat. I mean, both teams from the second division, so we are going to see a second division team in the semis.
Yeah, I fancy Redcoat, especially on the form they're in at the moment of time. AMY, a decent side, but Redcoat have that threat of goals. Their average goal scores per game, I think it's 6 or 7, so I can see a lot of goals coming, and I fancy Redcoat, to be honest.
Okay, all right. Well, that's your Challenge Cup. So we've wrapped up our Challenge Cup. We've wrapped up our League Cup. We've looked at the league tables. Well, actually, no. Let's have another look at the league table. If I take you back up onto the screens, let's look at the Premiership table. Just going into the winter break. I mean, London Tigers sitting there top. This time last year, we had Stepney sitting there. I mean, the second half of the season, what is that going to look like? Are we going to see London Tigers taking the title off Stepney? We don't know. I mean, and then if we look at the second division there, you have Walthamstow Red Star. It looks like a clean sweep for them. And St Catherine's going up. So those are our two league tables. I mean, Cameron, if I actually come across to you, just to sum up this year's worth of football, because we're talking about the second half of the winter division last year, then the summer, and then the first half of our winter this year.
It's been a very, very eventful year, to say the least. I think as a committee, we've done an awful lot for the local community and for the clubs. Summer League was good. The UK Bangladesh Championship was great. The Challenge Cup, not the Challenge Cup, the Champions Cup rather, last year was one of the best we've held. It's sad that the two winners of that cup met in the first round this year, and they didn't disappoint. Even to penalties for it to be decided. We've got the Vets League that is growing from strength to strength. So, you know, our work never stops. We start organising one event and the next one's already at the back of our mind. We go on that and then the third one is there. So for us, it's literally a full-time job, sort of, you know, away from the office, in our homes, in our spare time. So I hope people out there, they see this work and they appreciate it, because, you know, we appreciate the team's efforts and the team's commitment coming to the leagues. And now with the Summer League, the Winter League and the Vets League, the same team more or less participates in all three. So there's a real bond between the ILFL and the clubs, and that relationship is getting stronger and stronger. And you can see that from the meetings that we hold, the way the teams conduct themselves against us and the way we communicate with them. It's improved twofold, really, you know, from 5-6 years ago.
And so that's really our divisions that we're talking about over the past year. And Rash, I might as well let you touch on the cups, because you had the Unity Cup, the actual Unity Cup.
Yep, Unity Cup, which involves the Super Cup and the Legends Cup. And we hope to do the third year in a row this April and May. So in the next couple of weeks, teams will be getting information via email with the setup and the procedure, etc. So we're looking forward to that. In January, looking at the quarterfinals of the Interleague Champions Cup. Again, just to highlight, there's 4 leagues playing in this competition, champions from each league. So it's again a unique competition. We work with Musical League and Hackney Leighton League, and I think we touched base on partnership with teams. We're also going to mention other partners, organisations we work with. With the UK Bangladesh Championship, we work with Milton Keynes and Shapland League. We hosted.
I mean, that's a big competition coming up, isn't it?
We're looking at the best 16 Bangladeshi teams in UK participating. We had it in London this year and went successfully, and we are one of the partners amongst the 3, and hopefully it's going to happen again in May, June, and we'll give again teams all the information.
Are you giving away the host partner this time?
It is going to be Birmingham's confirmed. Birmingham will be hosting the UK Bangladesh Championship. As part of all 3, we take turns, and it's their turn to take, and they have agreed, and hopefully in the coming weeks you'll get more information. That is a unique competition. Best 16 Bangladesh teams competing in one venue, and I think it's always been a great venue, so hopefully that competition grows stronger and stronger each year. Oh,
brilliant. So a really big competition to look forward to. I don't think we can sum up this year without talking about the old boys, those boys that I've been criticising year in, year out. Mananu, please tell us about the Vets League. How's it been this year, and what are we looking forward to in 2016?
I mean, as Kamru's mentioned, you know, the Vets has gone from strength to strength, you know. I mean, we started with 8 teams in the the season 1, and now we're like 16 teams, and we're growing and growing, you know. What can I say? There's so much going on, you know. There's more teams coming in, there's more players that are getting qualified to play in the Veterans League, there's more newer teams, you know, teams that we haven't heard before, you know. I mean, we have the traditional sort of main teams, you know, teams like Aberhone and Beaumont and Bromley vets, you know, that are associated with main teams. But there's other teams that revived that hasn't played in the league, that formed between teams, you know, between friends, and then they started to come in. You know, we've got a new team called Elite as well. You know, they've never played in the league. And
Elite, not elite. Oh, elite. Okay, thank you.
Yes, and you know, so that's the picture of things currently. You know, like we said, the veterans is just going from strength to strength, and there's just no stopping.
Okay, I have 2 minutes to really sum up 2015 and 2016. Gentlemen, thank you very much for that. I think we should start with a whole year's worth of thank you, because this year has been absolutely phenomenal for the ILFL. Me as well, being part of the ILFL, I can't think of a greater footballing season for me than this year. And we're looking at the way the Vets League has gone this year, the UK Bangladesh Championships. London Tigers are the holders of that, so they'll be going out to defend their title in Birmingham, as Rashid has just promised us now. Then we looked at our Unity Cup, where we had our Super Cup and our Legends Cup. Great competitions that took place. No doubt they're going to be coming back to defend that in the next year, which is coming along. We had our Summer League. What a Summer League we had this year. It was a great sort of introduction for Lotus FC, who went on to win the Premier Division. Now we have them in our winter, and what a team and an addition that's been for us. And then we've had this year's winter season. It was a really tough start for the Premier Division teams, all looking hot, but they've all got into it now, and it's just been nothing but competitive football. I hope you, as our audience, as our community, have enjoyed all the football and all the fun that we've had put out for you this year, be it Monday nights at Stepney, be it Thursday nights at Mabley Green, or a Sunday out anywhere on a Sunday turf. I hope you've enjoyed all the football that we've had there. I hope that our teams have enjoyed taking part. I hope there's been plenty of competitive football. I think a big thank you goes out to you as the audience. A big thank you goes out to everybody in ILFL, all these guys around me, plus the other 12 committee members that have worked their socks off to get this going. A big thank you has got to go out to my man, David Joseph. This is his show. He's given me, I take the privilege of taking the last show of the year from David. So David, a big thank you to you. If you're watching this, or if you're watching this recorded, David, you have made the ILFL Soccer Night. A big thank you goes out to NTV Europe and all of our sponsors. I wish I could go through every single one of them. They're on our website. But without these sponsors, ILFL couldn't do what they're doing today. And I think the big thank you goes out to you guys, watching week in, week out, taking part when we had phone-ins, coming and watching some of our teams out on a Sunday. It's been cold, it's been wet, but you have enjoyed it. A big thank you to everyone. I hope you've enjoyed 2015. I hope you're looking forward to 2016. I never like finishing on a negative note. We look forward to 2016. UK Bangladesh Championships, Champions Cup, loads of division, loads of things to do. Please enjoy this winter break. We'll see you guys on the second Monday of January. Until then, all the best. May football be the sport that you love. They think it is all over for 2015. It is now.